Most home service businesses think that ranking number one on Google takes years and costs a fortune. But what if I told you that a company called Yards Unlimited, a 35-year-old landscaping company in our hometown, Ottawa, went from number 15 to ranking number one on Google for landscaping Ottawa in just 6 months? In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact 3-step system we used to transform the rankings, and by the end, you'll see why most contractors are doing SEO completely wrong. Let's get right into it. So a little bit about Yards Unlimited. They are a landscaping company based in our hometown in Ottawa. They've been in business for 35 years. They've won 34 national design awards and built their reputation through referrals. Even with all that credibility, their website was almost generating no leads, and that's because no one was finding their website natural. So this is the office for Yards Unlimited Landscaping. You can go in and talk to their design team and get everything that you need sorted. Before we dive in, I wanted to show you what we actually accomplished for Yards Unlimited. So if you search for Landscaping Ottawa right now as of June 2025, you can see that they are ranking number one, and they were originally positioned number 15. They also hit number one for Landscape Design Ottawa. Yards Unlimited is more of a high-end kind of a design type of landscaping company, so they wanted to make sure that they are number one for that one as well. So you see their Google Business Profile number one and the organic number one. And they went from 88 to number 3 for some of their other services like Water Features Ottawa. Water Features has become a very popular and niche type of service, and they wanted to make sure that they get leads for that as well. So they jumped from 88 to number 3, and they're going to be number 1 very soon. So here is what was going wrong with their lead generation, and I can guarantee at least 2 of these are affecting your business right now. So the first one is that they were just invisible on Google. They were stuck on page 2, and you've already heard the thing so many times. People usually only click on the first 1 to 5 search results. Barely anyone goes on page 2. So if they were on page 2, that means they were not getting any leads organically. So the second problem is their website generated no leads due to the lack of traffic, but their website was also built on Squarespace. Usually Squarespace websites look pretty good. They're usually not bad, but they usually don't rank as fast as other website builders like WordPress. And the third one was just disconnected services. So their website didn't showcase all the different services that they offered, which means that they were basically leaving money on the table because people were not finding their website naturally, and they also weren't finding their website through any of the other services that they provide just because it wasn't mentioned on their website. By the way, if you are a home service or a landscaping business owner and you're tired of SEO companies that don't do anything, use the link below to book a call with my team. On the call, we'll discuss how we can help you, and we also have a strong 90-day money-back guarantee. If you're not happy with the level of the service, or if you don't see any results in 90 days, we'll give your money back, no questions asked. Let's continue. This was a solution. So the first thing is we had to migrate their website from Squarespace to WordPress. As I said, usually WordPress websites do a bit better on performance and on SEO. So we just rebuilt the entire website on WordPress. They told us before that they really liked the look of their existing Squarespace website. So when we rebuilt it on WordPress, we ensured that the theme of the website stayed the same. So because we migrated to WordPress, it was very easy for our team to change the H1 tags, add metadata, and ensure we had clean URLs, and ensure that the website loaded fast as well, because all these are factors that help the website rank in terms of SEO. So this is what the sample homepage looked like after we migrated it to WordPress. It looks the exact same thing as it did on their Squarespace. So now that we rebuilt the website, it's built on WordPress. We know it has a good foundation to rank for SEO. Now it's time to get the list of all the different keywords that we want Yards Unlimited to show up for. So we used a tool called Ahrefs. We found a list of their local competitors, and we got a list of their keywords and then showed it to the owner of Yards Unlimited and told them which services they want to show up for and which ones they don't. So for example, this is a sample of one of their competitors. They have interlock driveway extensions. So we would get that keyword. We would show it to the client and ask them, do you want to show up for that? Do you offer that service? Do you want to get leads for that service? If yes, we keep it in the bank. If not, we remove it. We're even able to find other keywords that pertain to different sub-areas. So for example, landscaping Canada. This is a sub-area within the major city of Ottawa, and it's clearly getting them some leads because they're ranking. So we can ask Yards Unlimited if they want to show up there as well. So once we got the full list that the owner approved of, now we need to make a dedicated page for every service that they want to show up for. So for example, front yard landscape in Ottawa, this is a very specific keyword, and it has a different search results if someone just searched for landscape in Ottawa. So because it shows different search results, we need to make a specific page. And this is just a sample of what that specific page looked like. We ensure that whenever we make a specific page for a keyword, that it looks and feels that it belongs on the website. You don't want the pages to look very, very different. So this is the hero section. If you scroll down A key part is adding an FAQ section at the bottom of the page. The FAQ is important because it answers any questions that the prospects have, but it's also good to add in enough content to ensure that it satisfies SEO-wise. Basically, in SEO, you need to ensure that you have enough content to compete with all the other competitors. If the competitors that are showing up for a front yard landscape in Ottawa have around 1,000 words, we don't want the 1,000 words to be at the top of the page because then it's usually not pleasant to see. It's just a bunch of text, basically. So the easiest way to deal with it is to just have a lot of text that pertains to that topic in the FAQ section. That way, it's not at the beginning of the page, so people can scroll down and see the portfolio. And it's also collapsible, so it doesn't take up too much space on the page. So we had to rinse and repeat this exact same process for all the services that Yards Unlimited offers. If you go on their website right now and you go on services, you'll see all the different pages that we had to make for them. So once that was done, we had all the specific pages that are optimized for the service and for the location. Now we need the secret sauce, which is actually starting to acquire backlinks. A backlink is just essentially one website that has a link to your website. And basically, whenever you have another website that links out to your website, it's basically a sign of trust, meaning that that website now trusts your website. However, it's not enough just to get any backlink from any random website. If you have a landscaping Ottawa website, it helps you if you get other backlinks that pertain to either landscaping or just the topic of Ottawa. But if you got a link from just a random nail polish website, it doesn't do much because there isn't much relevance or anything relating both of those topics. So when a local business links out to you, it's kind of like getting a recommendation from your neighbor. You want to get links from websites that are at the top and then work your way down. So the most valuable link that you can get is any link that is related to your city and is also related to whatever you're offering. So technically the best link would be the Yards Unlimited getting a link from another Ottawa landscaping company. But usually that's pretty tough because usually competitors don't link out to each other. So we can't really get the first one. However, we can get Ottawa-related links. So what we do is we should reach out to any Ottawa blog website owner or any website that is Ottawa-related and see if we can get Yards Unlimited featured on those websites. The next best link is to get anything that is purely landscaping related. So it could be a Canadian website, US, or even UK website. But if it talks a lot about landscaping, then it's worth it to get a link from that website to have it linked out to Yards Unlimited. And then as it's less and less relevant, it becomes less important and less effective on your SEO. Usually like one link from a geo-targeted and niche relevant website can be worth as much as 10 links from 25% niche relevant websites. It's very, very important that the links you get really pertain to either the city or the service that you offer. And that's basically it. Once you do that simple process, you'll notice that your rankings will skyrocket so quick. The website went from getting almost 0 leads and is now a big source of their new clients. And now they don't need to be afraid of only relying on referrals for business. They now have a predictable growth year by year. And this, by the way, works for any home service business. It's not just about landscaping. Whether you're a roofer, plumber, HVAC contractor, or electrician, the principles are the same. You need to have a website that is built for Google to rank, ideally on WordPress. And when people actually visit it, they get impressed and they contact you again. If you have really good SEO, but your website doesn't look nice or doesn't convince anyone to actually contact you, there's no point to being number one. Once you have a solid website in place, you need to figure out what are the keywords that you want to show up for, and then make dedicated pages that talks about that service in that area. Once you have that squared away, now you need to start collecting links from other trusted websites, have them feature you and link to your website, so that way your website now has higher authority than the other competitors. So once your website has the dedicated service pages and the higher authority, you are now number one. If you want a more detailed guide about how to do this from A to Z, I have a 1-hour local SEO guide. So check that out on my channel and you will know how to do everything step by step. Or if you're too lazy, you can book a call with my team and we can see how we can help you do that, backed by our 90-day money-back guarantee. So hit the like and subscribe if you want to see more case studies like these, and I'll see you guys very soon.